All right, number 12, we want to determine the domain and range of this function. So what we want to do is we're going to read the graph. So we read from left to right, bottom to top. We're going to start with the lowest value and go to the highest value. So I'm looking at the x direction, and I'm looking at this blue line. That's my graph, and I'm trying to see how far to the left it goes. Now, notice the graph cuts off, but this arrow indicates that it continues going. So it's going to continue going down and leftward. But as far as the domain is concerned, I'm only focused on one direction, left and right. So this graph is going left. At the same time, it's going down, but left is what I'm focused on. And because of the arrowhead, it means it's going to continue going left forever and ever and ever. So on the number line, x-axis is going left and right to negative infinity up to positive infinity. Now, this graph has an arrow indicating that it's going to go all the way to negative infinity. So on the left-hand side, negative infinity is going to be the end point. Now going toward the right, let's see how far it goes to the right. Looking at the right, this graph stops, and it stops right above that number 3. Since this 3 is an open circle, that means it's not equal to 3, it's just getting really, really close to 3. So that means our graph will go all the way to 3, okay, but it's not equal to 3. So we'll say 3 and we'll put a parentheses. If it was equal to, we'll do a square bracket. But for the sake of our domain is going to be negative infinity up to positive 3. That's the x direction only. Then we are going to look at our range. The range is looking in the y direction only, top to bottom. Okay. So if I'm thinking about the range, I want to say how far down does this graph go? Again, it's going down, and the arrowhead means it's going to continue going downward forever. So that's going to be negative infinity. And then how high does it come? The highest point, okay, not the end point, but the highest point. Highest point is right here, this little horizontal line, and that goes up to a height of 2. Now, since it's solid line, we actually reach 2. We have a value of 2. So our 2 will be in a square bracket. And so when we get to range, we want to pick the one that has a parenthesis on the left, a square bracket on the right, negative infinity, up to a height of 2.